Welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. We're going to be dealing with a couple of strategies here for countering interceptors. Now, I've switched from my afterburner to a microwarp. I've put a point on, and what the plan A is, because it's lower micro for me, is to go in with this this setup. I can go almost 3,000 meters per second. I've got 84 kilometer range. I'll do it at 100 so I wouldn't lose too much radar jam strength. Probably about 50% every 50% every minute for dealing with Guardians with ECCM, and that's my current plan. So I'll warp in and show you how that works, or how that work. So I warp to my anchor, who is theoretically the Guardians are usually 85 clicks from the Astor House, and the others are closer at 50, so 30 away. I warp in, obviously not landing closer to the DPS than I am the Guardians, obviously. Here we go. So I've landed. I'll bring up the overview here so I can get a feel for it. Now normally I have only Logi, and I just target them, and what I'd be doing is I'd be orbiting at current my anchor, and I turn my Microwarpdrive on. Of course, if they had BCs or BS with sniper, then this obviously would not be my option. But yeah, I'd just, I'd have the Logi, I'd target them up, and then I'd go to town with my jams. Now, give me a sec. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I'd have them all up, and my tactic is to, the first one will do the sorted by names, and then we'll do the first three, and then I'll bring in my other one. I'll do the next three, and if I can manage it. But hey, it puts pressure on them, right? So say they have an interceptor with them, and it's there right now. And what I'd be doing is, as soon as I saw an interceptor on field, I would be targeting it, and no matter, regardless of whether it has its Microwarpdrive on or not, it seems to take a fixed 56 seconds to target, and it takes the Ares, what I've got Microwarpdrive, about a minute to get to me. So I'll show you that right now. I will go for the Minor Freak, and I'll turn up. Wait, Minor Freak has to have, what the hell's Minor Freak going? Okay, sorry. It's trying to do too many things at once. Okay, so off we go, and it takes a minute. So as soon as I see it warp on field or warp close, I target it, and it takes about, as you can see, 56 seconds. Now, during that time, when it's getting closer and closer and closer, I can start shooting at it immediately, and just wait till it's closer, 24, 22 I believe, then target it. And during this time, I can get my furbogs out, and I can get them W by clicking on W. I can get them going like that, and I can get them quick as a wink, moving like bananas over there, and all of a sudden I'm on top of them, and I've pointed you. So if that doesn't scare him off, I don't know what will. It takes a little bit, and they haven't even run out of their MWD, see, and they're well away from DPS that can kill them, and we can gank that. Now obviously I'll probably go down, but I'll most likely take it out. So that's where we're at right now with plan A. Plan B is a bit more involved, and is usually going to entail people helping me, and that is going to be something different. Now I'll recall these guys. As you can see, they can't really keep up. You know, they can land some damage, but it's not like they're gonna be able to keep up constantly on that. So that might be a thing I could think about. Get them out immediately, get them W, and then wait till they're, yeah, I'll figure things out. I'll try to get them out as early as possible and heading towards the interceptor, so I can get as much MWD time and damage in as possible on the areas before they fall back. Alright, so that's that. Let's get them back docked. Yeah, they move insanely fast. Okay, so that's that. So we'll get you back here. Orbiting him. And so that's plan A. So all this time I'm jamming 3 of their guardians, 50% every minute, which is pretty good if you're dealing with microbots and people who don't know when you're gonna roll that dice. Okay, so this is the second option. This is it would take some coordination, because as I'll show you, if I'm going 1,000 and it takes me a bit to warp over there, 13 AU, I might be a wee bit behind this guy, so I'll show you how far I am away from warping when I land. Alright, so here we go. So I'm about 26 clicks away. And of course I get lag. That's wonderful. Thanks ECP. Appreciate that. So yeah, I'm about theoretically I would have been 25. So it's probably best if I don't hit Afterburner when I've called people to warp in on me. So that's that. I'll compensate for that now. And the plan is to pre-stage fighters to, as soon as Hereticus warps in, it's not going after the interceptor. I'm staging my fighters on the Griffin here. So I'll do that now. So this is my plan B. Oops, small one. So here they are. He's landed. I go, okay, there they are. And I go W, click, and it should kick in. There we go. And then I don't really need to hit MWD to get them over there, because it's pre-staging. If I want, I can. But yeah, as soon as he's on top. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. There we go. And voila. Okay, so I can pick up speed. So there we go. Okay. So here we go. We're in a gaggle. And there we go. Okay, so we're in a gaggle. And we're close enough to each other's support when the Ares comes for us. It won't take us a minute. It'll take 23 seconds for the Ares to get to us. But we've got, and it takes a while, we've got fighters pre-staged. And as soon as the Ares is there, shows up, it's going to take a minute for us to target him. Now it's going to take less time because my optimal has 2 Tech 2 sensor increasers for more targets. So it will take less time for me to target. It won't take half the time, but it'll take less time. So he won't be able to, we'll be able to point get a lot of points on the Ares. And he's in range shooting people and having fun and killing griffins, but his time is limited and he knows it. And yeah, these fighters will, and if he wants to take pot shots at the fighters, go for it. But yeah, we'll be destroying him very quickly. And that is plan B. Now, of course, they can't really counter with, you know, already tornadoes or whatever, or something, you know, already battleships to take us out, because we're using AB, we're small, and we're going pretty quick. And the transversal is, let's bring it up. Sorry, I don't have my columns sorted properly. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's not the greatest for shooting. It's wait a second, I'm looking at the wrong person. Bring you up. So yeah, the transversal is high for minor freak because of MWD, but he's a higher signature radius. This is 0.1, so that's going to be kind of tricky to get a land hit. I'd be interested if RDBS could track and blow up something going this quick, because it's not that slow, you know. All right, so that's my counter to Sniper BS, just more and it's, yeah, I mean, sorry, brain dead. Where am I? Who am I looking at? Blah. Probably best if I focus on my target. And that won't, whoa, hey, cut it out. Oh, right, it's confusing because I've got tactical camera, sorry. I rarely have a tactical camera. There we go. Okay, that's zoom now, that's proper. Okay, and do those two so don't get confused about what am I doing. And this guy's the MWD, and this guy's the Ares. Ready? Okay, so basically the counters are, well, they just use combat probes to get the Ares on top of the afterburning Griffins, which is, you know, understandable. They probably the smartest thing they could do. Or they could just counter with Lokis, RD Lokis, and combat probe them on top of the Griffins. And you know, if you warp to something, you'll land behind it, and they'll be going away from you, theoretically, and so you can get lower transversal and get a good hit on the Griffins. So yeah, they've got numerous options to counter, but I think this is the best option to deal with what they have right now, and that's what we're going to deal with, because like I said, theory crafting against stuff we haven't seen, like say Ravens at 200 clicks, is not a meta they do. So why theory craft against things on paper when the meta says do this, it works, you know? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to slowly counter what they bring and try to think up different plans, like plan C or plans D, what to do next. It's, you know, I think this is a pretty cool plan, plan B. It's a bit complicated and takes a bit more micro on my part if I wanted to join in. Mostly what I think I'll do is just do independently and hit, you know, 100k orbit, do my stuff, and if I see, while I'm shooting at stuff, if I see the interceptor going for one of my guys, if you click on it, which one, and then, you know, I've got a minute to get the hell out of Dodge. That's a long time. If I feel confident, I will try to target it and start shooting, and then point it once it gets close. And of course, I've sent my fighters on route to it slowly, a slow burn. As soon as the, you know, the targeting gets close, then I'll hit Microwarpdrive to get as much time on target as possible before the MWD cycles off and I start getting range, or the Ares and target victims start getting range on the wings, because they're slow. So yeah, it's a fun little tactic. I'd love to test it out. I mean, it doesn't take long for the Ares to get to me, and 30 seconds is a long time to kill a number of Griffins, but we've got enough, with enough points on it, we could probably get it targeted, and these furbolgs are right there, and it's not like we're going fast or anything, so the furbolgs are going to be on target all the time, so they're not going to lag behind at all. So yeah, there's two things we could try, but yeah, I'll definitely be doing my first option because I don't have any practice doing this. I'd rather get plan A under my belt and go, okay, it's possible, and that all it takes is one single module, the MWD switch for the AB. That's it. And we don't need the auto targeting because we don't need a plethora of targets. I mean, we're not going to last long. We don't need the cap battery because we're not going to last long. You know, they will counter us. You know, they'll start sending the icky terses after us, and that's not going to last very. That's not going to be very good for us because we need 100, and they can hit us from, I think, 75, 50, I forget. But yeah, I mean, all I have to do is start burning, you know, 80 icky terses against us, and yeah, it's gonna be countered, but we can get a lot of jams in by the time they catch up to us. A long time ago got MWD and orbiting alone separately. So yeah, it'll be interesting and something for me to do that's extra and that lands more jams for a short amount of time on as many Guardians as possible. And if I jam the Galente that are on field, I doubt they'll bring Nestors anymore. It's not their meta. It was just probably something they're trying for kicks, shits and giggles, right? So yeah, I mean, land those, newt, I don't know, say, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. See, I've been going by rumors. I haven't actually faced an Ares on field. With me, it's Gunner. So it's not, you know, not come up on my radar. I haven't conceived of my possibilities when I'm looking at it. But right now, yeah, there's no possible way any Ares is going to survive me if I'm gunning. What the hell were they thinking? Ares on field, right? It's like, no matter if it's not burning or is it burning, it'll give me 56 seconds to target it. But watch. Okay, it's burning. I see it. I target it. 56 seconds. 56 seconds, I'm going to newt the living crap out of it. And it's going to lose everything. It's going to lose MWD. It's going to lose everything. I mean, look at how much freaking... Look at this. It'll take 23 seconds to get there, but it's got 333. One of these suckers is going to newt it out. And if I cycle two of them on it, like stagger it, it's going to be dead in the water. It's going to be dead in the water. The furbug's going to be on it. It's going to be dead. So I don't know what the problem with dealing with Ares is. It's just like, once it... Yeah, it'd be like toast. And any icky terses that go after them as well, I'll newt them out as well. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I just forgot about that. It's like, wait a minute. I have what it amounts to a fob that I'm controlling, and I hate fobs because they nuke me out all the time. You know? So yeah, this is starting to firm up as a solid option. And even if they try to go after my Griffin who's Microwarpdriving, I can newt it. The Ares won't even get close to my Griffin by the time I nude out its MWD. It's not going to get anywhere, and then all of a sudden the frickin' Verbug's going to be on top of it. So it's, yeah, no. Their only chance is to get in Sniper Loki's combat probing, warp to it, uncloak, target, blap it. Of course they'll kill it. But yeah, I mean, that's their smartest option. They should have done that a while ago. I'm sure it's their meta. I mean, Sniper Loki is great, especially against freaking MWDs. And of course, MWDs, it's going pretty quick, actually. You know, it's going pretty quick. Sorry, I'll bring this up. Get back to here. Yeah, I mean, it was 0.02, you know, double the transversal of what the AB Griffins are doing. So it's, I don't think it would be that easy to use sniper BS or battle cruisers. I'm not sure. I'd have to try in Singularity because, you know, I don't want to get in a dueling match here. I might get too distracted, and Domain might come by and go, hey, we saw you were playing around, we want to join. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. We're gonna go with it. I'll like option plan. Hopefully I'll get a chance to use plan A before we try plan B, but either or, right? They both could work. I mean, this way, when I'm orbiting 100, or my anchor is orbiting 100, like say Erroneous with his painter Griffin, he could make sure we don't travel too close to the main DPS, you know? So, yay. So that's the plan. Yeah, see, almost 0.03 transversal, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to be able to be shot at by a battle cruiser. I don't know. Not into ganking business. Okay. Done, and done. Yeah. Yeah, and as before, it's the same kind of thing for me. I mean, I'll be ECM jamming their inersis. I'll be nuding anything I feel like, and I'll be shooting. Of course, I'd be shooting at probably a Drekkaback, you know, with heavy, since Erroneous is thoughtfully refitted for a painter Griffin, and it looks pretty cool. So yeah, we shall try that out. Yeah, sounds fun. And of course, it's kind of tricky. I prefer if I do this, because I'm still not quite used to remembering to switch between the two. You know, as you do this, you have to decide whether you're going to select these guys and order them around, you know. Alright, sorry, Q. There we go. Set them off that way. Yeah, over there. And I can't really press these buttons with hotkeys. I have to switch back to this and then do hotkeys. And switching between the two is difficult, so that's why I use this for now. Because it's a bit more easy, and I won't screw up as much. But once I get more experienced, I'll be able to move it. Yeah. It's really fun. It gets way more, the possibilities start to open up once you actually get practiced and with the buttons, using the hotkeys and all that stuff. I guess I don't really need to split them. Oh, Jesus. I could keep it like that, but I feel I don't really need to group them. Anyways, so yeah.